Sunday, but again it's a session where we have a weekly program, Talk on Christianity, a program we do under the auspices of the Gambia Christian Council. I want to say a happy Easter to every one of you and to wish you happy Easter blessings. Today is Resurrection Day, and we know that we Christians have a message for the world, and the message is that Christ is risen and Christ is alive. That is central to all messages that we preach. Whatever we preach, whatever we say, we end up saying that Jesus is alive, he died, he rose, and is seated at God's right hand. So we have a big job. When Jesus was going away, he asked us to continue his work. He rose and he said, I'm going away, but you're left behind to carry out the work that is to be done, because salvation's work is not yet complete. He has asked us to go out and preach the gospel to every nation, to everybody, so that we may bring the lost sheep to his fold. The lost sheep, those who have not heard about him, those who have heard and turned away, those who have not taken the Christian faith seriously. We have them all over the place. And nowadays, we also go out to cater for the young ones, because we, the older ones, were taught by our elders to know Christ. And we know that when we know Christ, we know peace. Without Christ, there is no peace. So we make every effort as Christians to grab everybody, old and young. And today I have with me in the studios people who actually go out to grab the young ones, people who work in our institutions, in our religious settings, so that the young ones don't go astray, so that the young ones get to know about Jesus. They go to the extent of even grabbing those who've gone to university, because many a time when students get into the university, they get a new kind of freedom, a newfound freedom, and they feel they can do anything at any time because nobody is there to watch them. They're university students, they're free. But even there we follow them. We follow them so that we can keep them on the track that Jesus Christ wanted them to keep themselves on. And so this afternoon I have with me here a number of people who will be speaking about the different groups that have been set out in the Gambia and even in Nigeria to catch the old and to catch the young, especially to catch the young. On my immediate right, I have Brother Bala Usman. He's the National Director of the Nigerian Fellowship of Students. Brother Bala, welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, viewers.
And on my far right there, I have my brother who says he's got a new name, Joseph, a Muslim who became a Christian. Then he took up the name Joseph, and he's called Joseph Hassan. Joseph, you're welcome to Talk on Christianity.
Thank you, Reverend, and good evening, viewers.
And next, on my left, immediate left, I have my brother, my son, my everything, Noble Roberts, Reverend Noble Roberts. And welcome, Reverend Noble.
Thank you, Reverend, and good evening, viewers.
He's got a big job. He doesn't only look at secondary school Christians, but he looks and fishes for students in the university, because that is where we begin to lose them. As soon as they get into the university, they feel, oh, we all have it all. We've been learning this thing up to university, it's enough now. But we make a desperate effort, and Noble is in charge of the Gambia Fellowship of Evangelical Students. And last but not least is our brother, another Muslim, and he's not ashamed of his name. He's called Paul, which is the greatest preacher ever in Christianity, and he's called Mahmoud, a Muslim. But he has chewed both the Quran and both the Bible. And so we have him here, and he is also with Gamfes, working with my brother and my son, Roberts, so that we capture as many people. That is it. We Christians have the obligation to keep. We have an obligation. Jesus says, go, to get them in. You are all fishermen. I will teach you to catch fishes. So this afternoon, we want first of all to start with our brother from Nigeria, where they have their own Nigerian Fellowship of Evangelical Students. And brother, we want you to give us an insight into what NIFES is. NIFES is the Nigerian Fellowship of Evangelical Students. Let him give us an idea of what NIFES is, so that we can copy at least some of the good things from NIFES. To you, sir.
Well, good evening, viewers, once again. The Nigeria Fellowship of Evangelical Students is a group that is involved in witnessing for Christ on campuses, and we train and encourage them to be Christ-like in their character, in academic excellence, in exemplary leadership, in carrying out the mission and the assignment Jesus Christ gave, so that the young people can be modeled after the best example in the world. It has been in existence since 1968, and we are working with over 35,000 young men and women, and we have been involved in training them, and we are glad, because a lot of young people that will have lost hope in life became responsible citizens in the society, great icons in the industry. They are becoming very helpful in family building and making difference in communities where they find themselves. That is what NIFES has been involved in for the past 48 years today. Thank you.
Brother Mahmoud, could you, sir, did I say Mahmoud? Brother Bala, could you tell us who are involved in helping you with NIFES? Apart from you, only the group, are there people outside NIFES who are grown-ups, who are perhaps leaders in the country, who help you with setting up NIFES and making it run?
Well, NIFES, when it was set between 1965 and 68, it was basically a student work. But several graduates who have graduated are now professors in the universities. They are now captains of industries. They are now church leaders in Nigeria. And all the people who have benefited from this work are now looking at how best they can support, pray, and also tell their young people to be involved in what is right. So part of the great group of persons that we're talking about, maybe I'll just mention like a few. People like Professor Jerry Ghana, who has been involved as a minister in almost 5 governments, has been very credible